Vanished listings, pushback figures, and outright cancellations. This stuff's been going on in the Transformers toy line for years. We're going to talk about that and the latest news coming up right now on Transformers Talk Raw. Thanks for joining me this week, guys, on Transformers Talk Raw. Appreciate you guys listening in via, if it be YouTube or Spotify, we sure appreciate it. If you haven't heard, you can click all those great links in the description below. It's going to take you to all kinds of cool stuff, including our Facebook group, where you can come there, chat bots with us, share your own channels or pages, whatever you like. You can also check out my buddy Jed Smith's music up there in the link. Sign our change.org petition or help support the podcast via Patreon. Your $1 or $3 a month goes a long way to helping the podcast. By upgrading our equipment and supporting our many, many giveaways, guys. And we're going to have another one next week, I promise you, for January. But let's move on, guys. We've had cancellations all throughout the main line in the past. More recently, we had the Voyager Speedia 500 Hot Rod that was canceled or was pushed back. I don't know if it's indefinite, if we're ever going to get it. But that was one I was really looking forward to. Love the G1 update G1 toy accurate color scheme they were going to update that mold with. And of course, if you listen to the podcast at all, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Hot Rod 86 mold, Studio Series 86 Hot Rod mold. And I was a huge fan of the G1 toy, so that one really broke my heart. But we also had news that the Generations Sure Shot, which was a larger G1 Autobot Target Master, was also supposedly canceled. I don't know if that's officially confirmed, but the listing has been removed via the usual reliable source, JT Prime, who usually reports into TFW. So we know that listing's been erased. But, it's happened all throughout the Transformers toy line's history. It's happened during, any line really, but the ones that actually made it past production and were produced, that happened in Animated. I think that was Thundercracker was canceled after a production run, and we got packaged samples that were seen. Of course, the G2 Stunticons, I know that Breakdown was actually produced, but we also had ones in Energon, I believe, the Ultra Magnus. I could be wrong on that, but he was packaged initially with a different set of minicons. So it made it to production in past production. And I wonder why that is, especially in today's day and age, why they couldn't give us the Studio Series, the recolor of the Hot Rod in the Gen Selects line. Because unlike the Speedia 500 subline, it wasn't canceled. Gen Selects has been going strong for a good while now, and it would have been easy for them to include that Hot Rod as a Gen Selects figure, as they did with the Cyclonus, as they did with so many others. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I really hope we get Sure Shot too. It was just a phenomenal looking figure. I think the larger Autobot, or just the Autobot Target Masters in general, haven't been getting a lot of love. What do you guys think? Of course, they've completed the Decepticons a good while back. Both the large Decepticon Target Masters and the juniors, or the smaller ones. We got Quake, we got Spinister, we got Needlenose recently in the Legacy line, which that's another phenomenal figure. And I actually like all of them. Spinister and Quake were both great figures, but we got Quake all the way back in Titan's Return, I believe. And of course, we also got the larger Decepticon Target Masters. But, the Autobots, we got the other two large Autobot Target Masters, if you don't count Cup, Blur, and Hot Rod. Which I'm not, because I'm not counting Cyclonus or Scourge either, But again, they even gave us a Cyclonus with his Target Master, with Nightstick in the Gen Selects line. So I just don't get it, guys. And even before that, they gave us Target Master Cyclonus in the Generations line. So I don't think the Autobot Target Masters have gotten much love. We got Scoop, but we never got I think it was Quick Mix and Landfill, the other Autobot Target Master Juniors. So Sure Shot is one of the last, if not the last, large Autobot Target Master we really need to complete those guys. And it'd be a shame if he's canceled, truly. I just hope that that's false report and that listing shows up again. As for the cause of it, we know Hasbro had a flood recently in one of their warehouses, but that couldn't be the cause of it, at all. We also know that they've been laying off employees lately. I guess they're not meeting their quotas or whatever financial marks they want to meet. So that's really interesting. It's something to think about. What do you guys think is the cause of some of these canceled figures or these pushed back releases? But yeah, we're going to head right into the news, guys. And at the top of this week's news is going to be, of course, as you may know, Tidal Wave is now up. The Titan Wave is now up for pre-order everywhere bots are sold online. And he was announced officially up for pre-order at the Hasbro live stream this week. And it wasn't a big deal because all they went on for like 9-10 minutes. And all they did was talk about Tidal Wave and show him off. And, which I'm not against this pre-order, guys, but, or even though I don't like pre-ordering, I'm not against this figure coming out. But it's just to me that, at $200, $199 MSRP now, I think it's getting a little ridiculous, the price of these Titans. That's, if you're buying it for a kid, that's a big ticket item. That's a Christmas present. That's not even a birthday present. $200. That's not pocket change. It's a good amount of money. And if you're buying it just for your collection, for yourself, it's still a lot of money. You have other bills. We're not all rich. I doubt in reality many of us are who actually collect Transformers. We work for a living. And it's not like we can't afford it, but why should we have to spend $200 on a Titan class size figure? But I'm not even adverse to that necessarily, but I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. It seems a little high to me is what I'm saying. It could be a little cheaper. I felt comfortable right around the 160 mark. I think that's a fair deal. But they've been steadily increasing over time, and of course I know about inflation and how prices change, but quality, and this is something I was talking about on our X account, by the way, you can check that out and follow us there in that link below. I was talking with a fellow about inflation and how $7 back in the 80s used to get us a large G1 Pretender. Heavy, he's got a shell, all kinds of accessories, and a pretty solid little bot inside. And that would be an equivalent of today's Deluxe. The inner bot would be equivalent of today's Deluxes. And nowadays, for $10, you get this cheap, light, it's not sturdy, piece of junk some of these core classes are. Like the Legacy Iguanus, which mine broke right out of the package. I mean, his weapon did. It was just junk for $10. So, of course, there's inflation. But what my point was is that quality, as prices rise for Transformers, quality should not decrease at the same time. And you can use this argument. Anybody tries to want to argue with you on that we all know that gasoline has risen in cost since the 1980s. Milk has risen by the gallon in cost. But has the quality of gasoline or milk by the gallon decreased at the same time? No. So why should we lower our standards as those prices increase? And it seems to me like we have. But that's just my opinion, guys. Moving on to our next news bit, we have a Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal statue that was built in Peru recently. And that seems kind of cool. Kids can pose with it, or even adults, fans, whoever. So our friends down in Peru, let us know how you enjoy that. We also have news that Catherine Cavari, who was she voiced somebody in Earthspark, but she's going to be at TF Nation 24, so if you enjoy Earthspark, go say hi to Catherine. But the biggest news this week, in my opinion, is that from the same source, JT Prime, we have some leaked listings that were revealed via, of course, JT Prime. Sorry, guys, I have this wrote down. But we have a Gen Selects 3-pack, which includes the GoBots, Treads, Pathfinder, and Smallfoot. Presumably these are recolors of Cosmos. Let me guess. Smallfoot. Who could that be a recolor of? I guess Crankcase, maybe? That mold? I don't know. The Skids mold? I don't know. But I think it's so sweet we're actually getting representations of official GoBots in the main line, be it exclusives or not. Pathfinder was actually, if you can find an original GoBot Pathfinder, that was a great figure and way better than Cosmos, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to that, actually. I might pick that Gen Selects 3-pack up. We also have a buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 86 2-pack that features a battle-damaged version of Ratchet and Brawn. Of course, that's going to be a Target exclusive, and I'm not into that at all, guys. I think that last one with Ironhide sat there. We have an overstock of those. They're everywhere. Not excited about that at all. But we also have a Walmart exclusive G1 Retro Optimus Prime. and a Ram Horn and Bombshell 2-pack. That's a weird combo. Ram Horn and Bombshell retro 2-pack coming. That for Walmart alone. But we also have an Amazon exclusive Mayhem Deco Bludgeon. I don't know if this is going to be a slight retool or modification or just a straight up repaint, but it's bound to look better than what we have. I don't care for the Legacy Bludgeon if you guys didn't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments of any of this stuff and today's subject. God bless you guys. Thank you for listening. I'm going to catch you back next week at this same time, and we're going to have a giveaway. Remember to tune in. Tell all our one. This podcast is made possible thanks to the support of great people like you. Thank you.